Tara and Andy's film reviews on OurGamers.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to another film review, and it's with me, Tara Malik, and...
It's me, Andy Baines.
Yay! Okay, so this week we're going to be talking King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Sorry, I just realised you were expecting that.
I was like, either I do it or you, and I was looking at you hoping you'd get it. Okay, so it's...
Sorry, I have my eyes closed.
So it's classified 12A. The director is Guy Ritchie, where we both were thinking, ooh, okay. Right? Because Sherlock Holmes, like, they weren't bad, were they?
Yes.
Films, they were pretty good.
They were good.
I was like,
Also, previous films were even better.
Which I haven't yet seen, so I can't, obviously...
I'll make you watch one later.
Go on those.
You'll go home scarred for life.
Thanks. Starring in this, you got Charlie Hunnam, Astrid, Bergès-Frisbey, and Jude Law. Obviously, you know it's Jude Law. He's all over the place, like every trailer and poster and everything. You knew he was in that. Genre of the film is action, adventure, drama. The running time is 2 hours and 6 minutes, so it's a bit on the longer side. And in brief, robbed of his birthright, Arthur comes up the hard way in the back alleys of the city, but once he pulls the sword from the stone, he is forced to acknowledge his true legacy, whether he likes it or not. Ooh. I know, right?
Intriguing.
If I could pull a magical sword out of a stone, I wouldn't be grumpy about it. Hold on. No. I almost expected something inappropriate to come out of your mouth.
I'm behaving.
You giggled a bit when I said that. And then my mind went, hold on a minute, did that sound a bit weird?
No, keep going.
Okay, cool.
No, to start with.
To start with, the start of the film, I've only got one note, to be honest. What have you got?
Impressive heffalump visuals during the battle.
Definitely.
The battle scene that it starts with is from the trailer.
Which I didn't expect. I thought there was going to be more of the build-up bit towards the end.
Yeah, but, you know, they started with a big bang. Started to go on. Yeah. But no, that was quite an impressive scene. They did well with the CGI, done well. It wasn't one of those things where it looked like it was too much CGI. Obviously it's CGI because of the setting, the stuff going on.
You're not going to find elephants like that.
No, of course not. But it was really well done.
Just point that out there. But no, it was that I really liked that first scene. That was good for me, and I thought, oh, okay. And then wah. But my note for the start is, wow, that's how you make an entrance. You get yourself a geared up massive heffalump, and then you trot it over to a castle. You throw a few things here and there, have a bit of a tantrum. Okay, you get defeated, but hey.
Spoiler. That's not far into the film, so it's not a spoiler really. Also, while we're talking about the start, I'm trying to think. If the
heffalump man didn't get defeated, there wouldn't be a film.
That's it, yeah. I don't think I knew this was a Guy Ritchie film. Because you don't get that from the trailers.
No, that's true.
And I'm trying to remember if I actually knew that before I went in.
I did.
Yeah, but you pay
attention. I don't know how.
You pay attention to stuff.
My sixth sense. Yeah, I know, right?
From the trailer, you don't get it's a Guy Ritchie film.
No.
And I suppose that's why maybe his name didn't stick out to me if it wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah.
Anyhow, carry
on. But that's all I have, that one note on the start, so that was quite impressive. It's just a shame it didn't continue. Story and script. Okay, here we go, guys. Get ready for it. So, what do you want to start?
I loved an element or decision regarding part of the story.
Yeah, I know. That's like the only good thing I have as well.
Yep.
I know what bit it is as well.
Yeah, it's the same bit, yeah. You could tell it was a Guy Ritchie film because of the way it was written and, you know, the lines and general stuff, pieces. And there were some funny moments in it for him, sort of comedy sort of thing, but just generally the story was not appealing.
No.
Impressive.
Good word.
Not.
Good word.
Yeah. You got any others?
Good words. I wrote, my first note was poor-ish, and then I thought, why be nice? It wasn't captivated. It had a lot of lost opportunities with choices made for characters, and obviously just style choices as well. It got on my nerves. There were a good few mo's, but overall didn't float my boat, let's say. Didn't really float my boat. Nice and easy montage to follow that was near the start. And then it became too freaking many of them. Like, it was totally overdone, overused, and then they were far too long. Like, it was just too much.
I've got that under shots as well. That is something Guy Ritchie does. He does quick cuts, telling a story, to summarize what happened in the last
but it's like,
X amount of time.
But it was like throughout the whole film.
Yeah, it was overdone in this because it's a him thing. I suppose that's why they thought they'd include him, because they need to passage some time more than once. So I was like, we'll just throw it in every time we need to speed.
Yeah, but like what I didn't get is how did they watch this back before making it public and think, yeah, that's great to send out there and not gonna.
They probably were along the lines
anyone.
of people like Guy Ritchie for this sort of thing. We're just.
But even Guy Ritchie fans were complaining about this.
Are they?
Yeah, people were saying, oh, Guy Ritchie, he's done so many... I mean, you yourself have said he's done so many good films. I liked his previous films. And, well, the ones that I've seen. That helps. But this one... And I really expected good things seeing this. And it was just such a disappointment. The style choices were awful. The fight sequences were really badly edited. Like, they were way too quick when they shouldn't have been. Is this on the story and script still? Yeah, I just did it with the style choices of the story.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, if you want to add your shots in there...
Yeah, go on, you carry on, I'll jump in.
Loads of cuts and slicing, editing overall, like the storytelling stuff, which is what we said, so they just kept going back to it. And then they had overly stretched out bits that weren't necessary at all, that were like taking up so much time, and it's like, why do I have to sit here and see this? This is so not necessary right now. Move along. Oh gosh, we got a sped up montage bit again. Ugh. And then, you know, so it really, 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 really annoyed me. And that was the main thing that really stood out, was just the really bad editing. Way too fast paced. They put way too much in a short space of time. And it was such a rushed overall experience. They've done that
too many times. And
yeah,
it was just
you
all
couldn't
too
enjoy
rushed.
it. Like, you really couldn't enjoy any
That's
of it.
a good way of looking at it. It was stupidly rushed.
I think I got somewhere here.
You do
your one.
The things that make you Guy Ritchie camera shots during a chase and stuff, it was too much. There was just too much going on, and too many of these quick cuts and shaky shots, and
you couldn't see, like, you had no idea what was going on.
It was never appealing, really.
No.
I mean, maybe once at the beginning when you skip through the story of the child growing up.
Yeah,
that was fine.
That made sense.
Yeah.
You want to speed that up, get to the grown man version, and then go from there. But it just and there was hold on, did I say that bit? Yeah, I've done that bit. There was a scene that we discussed afterwards, and I was so disappointed in them that they didn't spend the time on making that a proper part of the film, because that could have been such an epic quest section for Arthur. And they just literally did
totally agree. I know the bit you mean.
Yeah, they did that. They cut through the whole thing. There was like no purpose for it. There was no point for it. I might as well have not seen that at all. Like, it made no difference in the end, because they didn't spend that time of him having gone through all of that and defeated whatever he needed to and then got something out of it. It was over in a matter of minutes, and there were so many cool... I mean, it was just a ticket to get out of loads of CGIing, I guess, because there would have been some CGI creatures in that.
That's the thing. The CGI was good.
The CGI was fantastic, and that, if they had made that a proper section of the film, could have been fantastic, I think.
I think
they missed out.
I think I've got a note somewhere that just said it's two different films.
It's just a mess.
Or two different sort of types of films that just did not blend together.
No, it was so upsetting, because, as I said, from the trailer, like, you don't get that at all. So, anything else? Oh, there were, like, as we said, a few funny script moments here and there. Overall, the editing and style gave me a headache. I did find it quite exhausting, and it got old very, very, very quickly indeed. And it just felt like a sped up film. Like, it, fit in as much as possible. It was
hard to follow.
In the set time.
It didn't benefit the film, really.
No, yeah.
Maybe once or twice, but nowhere near.
Yeah, exactly. Not the whole film. Like, you can't do that.
Shaky shots as well.
Yeah, it's not comfortable to sit through at all. Then, just have some random things thrown in there was nothing prior to that to kind of make sense of it, so it didn't explain that so well. And it's literally like, here's a sped up film, got some random bits thrown in, deal with it, roll credits, done. And you walk out the cinema. Like, that's literally... I
made a note, there was like a fight scene, and it was probably good and clever, but by that point I wasn't fussed. I'd lost interest in what was happening.
Exactly. It was really, really frustrating.
And the same with, like, the last battle. I think I made a similar note. It skipped good things, the things that could have been good and interesting, and then come the points that were supposed to entertain me, I was like, no, I'm not.
I felt like, as well, parts of it, I mean, especially that climactic fight scene didn't do anything for me. It kind of happened and then was over before you knew it. And that, like I said, the best, most thrilling part of the film was probably that opening scene with the elephants and the magic and the, you know, all that sort of stuff. But just the rest of it, like, you're supposed to build up. You want to get them intrigued in the first 10 minutes or so, fair enough. But, like, you're supposed to build up to that climactic, life-changing moment of the film that'll give you your ending. And it just didn't happen. It was a bit of a flop at the end, really. So, did I have anything else? Oh, there's one nice thing. I wrote, finally, cool action shot where they slowed it down when there was a bit of a change made. Mm-hmm. That made it cool.
Yeah, I think I like that scene.
I was quite happy about that. It's a cool story idea. Oh, there was the cool...
that's probably that fight scene that I'm talking about. Where they did, as you say, they slowed it down. In my eyes, it probably was a good scene and clever, but they'd lost me by that point.
Yeah, exactly. Did I have anything else for this? That's for something else. What have I got here? The twist idea that we both mentioned, that was awesome. That was brilliant. That was like one of the main awesome parts of the film, and then the rest of the story was just a letdown. And just made no sense. Like, it really annoyed me. And then he'll get there when he gets there. I mean, this is something in films that kind of slightly annoys me. It's like, all this rush, all this... And then at the end, it's like, he'll just waltz in whenever he wants to waltz in. He'll just casually stroll to where everything's happening and sort it out when he wants to sort it out. Not in a rush. Not stressed out about anything. He'll just get there when he gets there, you know. So, but yeah. But that's something you've pointed out so many times in films. Yeah. Like... they'll get there when they get there.
I think I've said that to you enough times that you know when I'm thinking in films.
Yeah, exactly. And that was something that came up for me in this film as well. But I think that's all I've got for the story and script bit. Obviously, shots
We've
and
included
CGI.
Shots there, exactly. But I've still got some CGI
Go
notes.
for it. Well, that's all next anyway.
So if I can refer to one of my previous notes, I've written it again. Impressive heffalump visuals and battle.
Exactly.
That was good. The as we mentioned, the elephant CGI and the actual battle scenes were very impressive. There's a sea-related creature that was very believable. I've got a few notes on there about there was a fake fire, obviously, because of the things they did with it, but it was impressive and still completely believable. The sand and dust, you know, stuff like that. It's all was CGI.
Yeah,
that was great. They've done such a good job with the CGI.
I found the CGI was really good. Again, I've got the note about the elephant. But it's obviously not a good thing if your opening scene is possibly the only good, exciting part of the film. But I did find that the film seemed very heavily dependent on CGI. So it's come to a point where if everything else is lacking, the CGI, even if it's outstanding, it's not going to carry the film. You know,
he's got too big of a budget.
Yeah,
that's what it was. I mean, Guy Ritchie's films were the way they come across. His early stuff didn't have a big budget, and didn't do that much. The Sherlock Holmes stuff as well. I can't imagine they were the hugest budget in the world. You know,
I'm not too sure.
But
apparently, I can't remember the exact amount of all of this, but I think because obviously where it's like King Arthur and then it's like : Legend of the Sword. It was going to be an installment of like, I think a series of 5 films or something.
From the name and the colon, I did wonder.
So they were hoping to probably do future projects, in which case I would have been like, hold on a minute, you better up your game. Maybe, unfortunately, change the director in this case because it wasn't working. But I think they fudged it up so much, I don't think they're going to be making any future projects, which is a shame because it would have been nice to see where it was going to go.
Maybe in a few years, someone will do one of the spin-off stories as a standalone story, different cast, different backstory.
Because I think what it was is it cost like so many billion to make.
Yep.
So like the budget was insane for this film. And then it's only, I mean, how many weeks is it into
Estimated now? $175 million. That's his budget.
Oh, okay. It's basically, it's not made enough to
It's not even made $40 million back.
Yeah.
So it's a tiny amount.
Exactly.
If I wasn't so tired, I could work it out.
It's nowhere near, which is not good at all. So hence why it looks like these future things aren't going to be happening anytime soon. But yeah, so it is a shame. I feel like they just really didn't think this story through. I don't know if Guy Ritchie was so involved that he was like, this is my way or not going to happen sort of thing. I have no idea, because you can tell it's totally his sort of style, but it looks like it's just gone so far that so much of the important stuff was neglected and overlooked just to make it a big macho testosterone
Bro
filled.
film.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whatevs. Anyway, so that's all I've got for CGI and shots. But obviously, do you have any more for shots and stuff? No. Costumes and sets. I literally just wrote nice because some of it was.
Yeah, good costumes, believable.
Yeah.
And huge sets inside and out. Not
Yeah.
sure how much was CGI and how much was real, but in
nothing,
my eyes, it was fine.
Nothing massively stood out to me.
No, it was fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like, okay. It's not where, oh, wow, they put that much effort in. It didn't stand out for me. It just was nice. Music and sound. How I would describe it, it's music of the times back then, but amped up on energy drink. Like, that's
My
how it
first
felt.
note was basically, this is the first note regarding the music. Basically, soundtrack didn't suit and do anything for the montage. Didn't add anything at all.
No, exactly. Sometimes it was nice, sometimes it worked, most of the time it really didn't. But they definitely had effective use of the sound during some of the fight sequences where it was muffled or silence even. Like,
just a scream, just music during the fight. It all played well.
That bit was alright,
and I made a note regarding some vocal / sort of older instrument music.
Yeah.
And I made a note saying that I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then about a page later on my notes, I was like, why are they still using that same piece of vocal music?
Oh, and he didn't like it.
I did like it.
You didn't like it too much. It's like on repeat.
20 times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I might be exaggerating, but it was a bit silly using that same bit over and over again.
So, is that all for that bit?
Yeah.
Cast. Nothing. I to be honest, I didn't really have anything. I just suddenly thought they were okay.
Yeah.
Nothing outstanding, and there were poor character choices.
I've got 2 notes regarding the cast that are worth mentioning. The deliveries are relatively spot on for what you'd expect for the Guy Ritchie side of things.
Exactly.
So in that respect,
exactly,
the cast were okay. They done their line. They delivered the lines when it was supposed to be funny. It was funny. When it wasn't, it wasn't. You know, they did okay. And my next note is that I like the actors. It's a shame.
But like in regards to Arthur, like the guy who played Arthur, I think Charlie Hunnam is his name. I don't recall seeing him in anything else before. I don't know if this is like his big debut.
No.
But is he possibly in other stuff?
Pacific Rim. That was one of the things I remember him from.
You know when you can like remember a performance and you think, oh, they've done really well. All I can remember of him is just grumpy teenage mood throughout the whole film. Like I literally feel like there was no character development. And ever since you brought that up that one time with character development, like, so it really bugged me because I feel like it's just like the same thing. He's just really not in the mood. It's like a really grumpy teenager. That's how I felt. And it's like, well, I'm sorry to break this to you, but you are King Arthur. That is your sword. This is your heritage. Sit on that throne and do your duty.
I've heard good things of him in Sons of Anarchy. It's a TV series. I don't actually know about it myself, though. But yeah, I've heard he's done well in that as well.
Like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't, like, this is what I mean. It's like the overall package again of everyone's choices of this was the script, this was the direction, this was, like, that was the choice made for the character. And I just didn't think there was enough for it. Like, it just... I don't know. I really don't know.
I agree with you.
There's just a lot of disappointment for loads of things. CGI was great. That's all we can say, really. Is that it for cast? Yeah.
Pace.
Where's my note? Oh, felt like a very lengthy film.
I made a note early on, doesn't seem slow, but then I made a note a bit further on, it's definitely dragging.
I was like, I just want it to be over now.
Yeah.
I just want it. And there was a point I thought, they're wrapping it up. Oh, they're not wrapping it up. Okay, I've got to sit through loads of fast-paced stuff again.
Quick, do another cutscene just towards the end.
I know. Please, stop it. I guess that means we're moving on to randoms. So we've already mentioned about the whole future shame. It's probably not going to happen because they totally messed this one up.
No.
I don't know if you noticed, Andy, but the fact that loads of people kept walking in and out whilst the film was going is not a good sign, is it? So that already said a lot.
You will hold on to your toilet break if you're enjoying the film.
Like, if the film
you will come back from your toilet break. I'm pretty sure some people didn't come back.
No, yeah, I know. It's not a good sign.
Have we forgot mentioning the footballer in the cast, David Beckham?
Oh my goodness!
I didn't know he was in
Earth?
that. Yeah, I didn't know he was in this. And when he appeared, I looked at you as if to say, "Do you know who that is?"
I knew who it
and
was.
why is he in this? This is totally out of place.
They probably didn't they go to the same gym or something?
I imagine. It's probably
Beckham.
A favour of a mate or something. You know.
The thing is, I mean, he was only in it for a short amount, and Beckham fans will go crazy.
It's just so out of place. You shouldn't have someone like that in this sort of thing. in this period piece, basically. Yeah.
And like, I don't know how I would have reacted if I hadn't known, because unfortunately on the same morning we went to go see the film, my mum decided to spoil it for me and say that he's in the film.
Because I didn't say anything.
I didn't know. Yeah, you kept it quiet. I had no idea. Even someone at the cinema kept that quiet because that was a spoiler, and I was like, I'm sorry, my mum's already told me. So yeah, but hey, just avoid my mum when it comes to spoilers. She doesn't seem to understand what's a spoiler and what's not, so just stay away from her if you don't want any spoilers. I can't avoid it, but it was just such a shame because it was literally on the same morning.
Yeah,
like,
you almost made it. You almost got to cinema.
I almost got there and didn't know, but hey, maybe next time. But that's, I think, is just all I've got for random. So, of course, it is time now.
There are two separate films, as I mentioned earlier. I made a note saying this seems like two films that don't belong together, have been mushed together. Yep. That's a shame. They could have both been good films, but...
Just make a choice and stick with it.
Yeah, I actually made a note saying not enjoying. I don't write that often in notes.
I know. And
I do like the idea. You know, some of the one or two parts of it did seem great. But like, just didn't pull it off.
You know me, I try to see the best in everything. So for me,
you're friends with me.
Oh, shut up. And I normally try to see the positive. When I go see films, I really do try to see, okay, what did work for it, and then obviously see if anything outweighs anything. But this film, it did really annoy me, and it got to the point where it's like, I'm not going to justify anything for this film. It let itself down due to this and this. The CGI was fantastic, but it's not going to redeem it, redeem the poor film choices that were made. The fact that they missed out on a crucial part of probably what could have been character development for Arthur, with that scene with some crazy creatures that could have happened. Like, I was so mad that they skipped through that. So yeah, don't know where I was going with that.
I totally agree with that
rant. I tried to see the positive, but yeah, exactly. So like, it didn't work, and I thought, well, I'm not going to defend it or justify it. We're here at the end of the day to review our films, and unfortunately this just didn't do it for us. So rate time?
Go on then.
I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to give it a 5.
Really?
I'm giving it a 5. I don't know.
Justify 5 to me. Why are you giving it a 5?
No, actually, have I ever gone lower?
Don't know. This will be the film to make you go lower, so.
What are you going to give it?
3.
Oh my
based on the CGI.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm debating a 4. Yeah, I was debating a 4.
The CGI was overdone in some places where it wasn't needed to be.
Oh, I think I'm actually
it was good where it was in some places. So based on like the CGI being okay,
it's upsetting, isn't it?
Like, and some of the ideas being okay, but
exactly.
I can't
really cool.
I mean, really recommend this film. If you like a Guy Ritchie film, you may not like this. If you like a King Arthur time sort of film, you're probably not going to like this at all.
No, probably not.
You can't recommend this to anyone, really, can you?
Yeah. Oh. No, I think I'm going to go down to a 4.
I'm going to give it a 3 for the CGI and the vocals for the first 20 minutes of the film.
I'm giving it a 4.
After that, it drops down lower, so don't ask.
I'm going down to a 4 because, well, I already told you why it doesn't work for me. There are a couple good bits about it. There was that really good plot bit that we both liked. Yeah. That was so cool.
There were a few bits that
and the CGI was immense, but you can't just base a film on good CGI. Like, you need to have so much other stuff that it all has to be there and come together, and it doesn't.
Take the first episode of Star Wars, episode 1, when that was like all the CGI was just way too much, way too bad.
Exactly.
And the story was just naff behind it. That's why I don't like that one out of all Star Wars films.
Now, here's the thing. So Andy's giving it a 3. I'm giving it a 4. And this is what really shocked us. So this is why it's like, it could still be your sort of film. No. I'm not too sure, unless people are just trying to bump the rate up. But apparently at the moment, it is a 7.3, which has completely confused us. Yeah, it's really confused us. So, meh. Check it out if you feel like you do want to check it out. We've warned you what is not really working for it. It might be your sort of thing. You might not be fazed by that. You just want to go see it anyway. Go for it. Maybe maybe you only want to go see it for David Beckham. Be my guest. But we have warned you what is not working so well for the film, where they could have improved. Some good parts of the film, but overall not amazing. And on that note, hopefully next time we'll be back with a more exciting...
We're going to go see Guardians again.
Positive. Oh my gosh, that film. That's amazing. I mean, the first one was still better, but the second one's alright. I'm alright with that.
I've got the first one on Blu-ray. Let's go watch that. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Thanks to Cineworld Festival Leisure Park Basildon for the best experience around.